I'm Mike McIntyre, and here's a clip from today's Sound of Ideas.
Eyes are going to be on Trump, yes. all eyes will be on Trump.
It was all Trump. The whole week's Trump. The whole night's Trump. We can't get away from it.
All Trump all the time. Why are we talking about Trump so much?
We have to. My very first piece of this campaign was one of those big cattle call events, the very first big cattle call event in Des Moines in a downtown theater in January. I included Donald Trump in that piece just to give people kind of the breadth of the field. I did not mention him again on the air, I don't think, until June, might have even been early July. And at that point, he was surging in the polls. But not just that, because, the polls, they don't mean a ton at this stage in the game. But he was affecting the way the other candidates talked about the race. He was saying things either about Mexican immigrants or Senator John McCain or others.
Or the other candidates.
Or the other candidates that they had to respond to. He was setting the dialogue for the campaign. Everybody was talking about him. We have to report on that.
Donald Trump situation that none of us really expected to happen. It has been sustained in a way that none of us expected to happen as well. So I think what the real thing to look out for here is basically all of the other guys on that stage trying to separate themselves a little bit from the pack, because, Jeb is happy to have a situation where Trump is sort of the main alternative to him. But, the Scott Walkers, the Marco Rubios, those guys are going to have to make their move sooner rather than later at some point, because everyone's been expecting, this implosion that hasn't happened yet. And if it just continues to be this dynamic where it's kind of, Trump making all the noise, Jeb with the most money coasting along, then that's a situation where it's going to be really, I think, more difficult to knock Jeb off of his pedestal than a lot of us thought it would be.
How do you avoid Donald Trump? I mean, when I think about the questions that could possibly be asked tonight, how is Donald Trump not going to get most of them? I mean, he's been the most controversial, the most visible, the one that most people have paid attention to, and at this early stage, the candidate who most voters know. And so Donald Trump is clearly going to be center stage, both figuratively and literally. And so it may be hard for the candidates to stay in their own lanes and stay out of Trump's way.
He creates copy for journalists and reporters who are covering this event that's very easy. He doesn't talk about it. You never hear Donald Trump talk about issues. It's really interesting, and it's going to be interesting to see how that manifests itself in the debate tonight. It's all about image with him, and it's all about style. And to some extent, that's what voters right now are looking for.
For more great Sound of Ideas conversation, go to ideastream.org/SOI.